What is going on, guys? Jackosaurus117 here, and as most of you will know, this last few days has been the start of E3, and I figured, because we had the Xbox conference last night, and obviously I'm mainly an Xbox YouTuber, that I would go over a few of the things that were shown last night at the conference. So it started off real strong, in my opinion. Overall, I thought it was a really strong conference. But we'll talk about it overall at the end. So to start off with, they showed off Halo Infinite, and my god, was that one hell of a trailer. I was not expecting anything like that. I was expecting to see something related to Halo. I was expecting a Halo 6 reveal or something like that, but I thought it would be pretty sort of standard. I wasn't expecting anything like what they gave, and of course it was all mainly showcasing their new Slipspace Engine, which is obviously what they've been working on for this whole time. So they've been working on that, and obviously they've been working on the game at the same time, which is why it's taken them so long, which is why they're probably they probably have taken an extra year of development to put this new engine together, and it looks absolutely incredible. So they showcased that, and obviously towards the end of the trailer it zooms out and you've got Chief holding his old Mark 6 helmet from Halo 2 and 3, which, oh my god, it was absolutely incredible. I watched it at the time, and obviously, as I say, I didn't expect that to be Halo because it didn't look like Halo to me at the time. And yeah, so he's got his old armor back. I don't know what the reason for that will be in the story. I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, we don't know anything yet. We don't know what kind of game this is going to be, really. All we know is that it is going to be a sequel to Halo 5. People have speculated a lot about what kind of game it's going to be. A lot of people seem to think it would be Battle Royale or whatever, but Battle Royale isn't exactly what Halo fans want. It might be what general gamers want to happen in Halo, but it's not what Halo fans want. As much fun as Battle Royale is, of course, but Fortnite is killing it with Battle Royale, and I don't think any other game that adds a Battle Royale mode to it is going to be able to make a better one than Fortnite. I think it's just an excuse to jump on this train of Battle Royale, this trend. I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, at the EA conference on Saturday night EA were going to add it to Battlefield 5. Well, they didn't really say anything about it. They just teased that it would be in the game, so I guess we'll find out at some point fairly soon. So on to the next thing, of course, we've got Forza Horizon 4. They showcased that, and I was really excited about that because the setting, obviously I'm British, and they're setting the game in the UK, and if you're a fan of the Horizon series, which I am, they tend to do, they do like this huge open world racing festival thing where you pretty much travel the entire, most of the country. In question, of course, the last one was in Australia, and you got to explore a fair proportion of Australia. It was a really cool map, it was a really cool game. So they showed off the pretty much the UK countryside, and they showed off a bit of Edinburgh. So I don't know whether the game's going to be mainly focused in Scotland, whether it's going to be focused around the border, something like that. Obviously, I don't know if I've said this before, but I live in Newcastle, so if Newcastle was in the game, that would be absolutely incredible. If they did like a sort of map where it was like you had the Scottish-English border there, and you could travel between them, maybe go to Edinburgh, go to Newcastle, whatever. That would be so cool to see. Because obviously Newcastle's never really been in a game before, of course, because it's not a very well-known city compared to somewhere like Edinburgh, of course. So yeah, very excited about that. I pre-ordered that, so I will probably make some content on that when the game actually comes out. We had Fallout 76, which they showcased. I wasn't expecting them to do that. I thought they'd leave that to the Bethesda conference, and obviously they elaborated on that more there. And they also showed The Elder Scrolls 6. Nobody was expecting that. I had an exam this morning at the time of recording this, so I had to go to bed early last night, so I couldn't really stay up and watch the Bethesda conference. But my God, nobody was expecting the Elder Scrolls 6. We didn't even know whether that was going to happen or not. So very excited about that. Very excited about Fallout. Fallout's looking very good. Prequel to, well, the whole Fallout series by the looks of things. Sounds like a very good game. We saw a little bit of Crackdown 3. Of course, that's becoming a little bit of a meme because they're not really giving us anything. They're just showing a bunch of trailers with Terry Crews in it. Kingdom Hearts. They've been able to get Kingdom Hearts onto Xbox for after it's been a PlayStation exclusive in the past, which is great for Xbox. I mean, we've been lacking exclusives over here for a while. Obviously, this isn't one, but we've been lacking games in general, and of course, we've got quite a few exclusives to talk about. So we've got 5 new exclusive developers. The Initiative, which is a new developer created by Microsoft. Undead Labs, who made State of Decay. Playground Games, who made the Forza Horizon series. Ninja Theory and Compulsion Games. I'm not too sure who they are or what games they've made, but it's more stuff for Xbox, of course, which is always welcome. The Division 2. We saw a little bit of that. Wasn't particularly impressed because the first game wasn't that great, and also the second one just looks like more of the same to me. I do like the idea of setting it in Washington DC. I guess we'll find out more about it soon. I'm not that bothered about it though. We got Session, which everybody thought that was going to be Skate 4 when they first started playing that trailer. I was like, holy shit, no way is this Skate 4, and obviously it wasn't. But Devil May Cry as well, they're bringing that back. That's a big one. Fairly excited about that too. We've got they announced 3 Gears of games as well. Gears of War. They teased this before. Obviously there was a leak, and they said there was going to be 3 Gears of War games shown at E3. It wasn't exactly what the leak said they were going to be, but sorry about that, guys. My mic cut out there for a minute. So I was on to Gears of War, and when the leak came out last week, I think it was, the rumour was there was going to be 3 Gears of War games that were going to get announced at E3, and I thought that was a little bit far-fetched at the time, because I thought that it just seemed a bit unrealistic, and so I didn't think it was going to happen. So they announced 3 Gears games as it happened. So what they announced was the Gears pop vinyl games. So pop vinyls are like these sort of cartoon toys of characters from TV shows, movies, games, whatever. You know, you've got the ones I've got one from Breaking Bad, one from Walking Dead, a couple from Doctor Who, some Halo ones, some Marvel ones, and yeah, they announced they were going to do a Gears pop game. They started off the trailer for that game, and it looked like it was going to be the next mainline Gears of War game, so Gears of War 5, and it wasn't, and that disappointed a lot of people. And then they moved on to the second one, which is a Gears of War RTS game, much like Halo Wars, which I think is a really cool concept, because Halo Wars is really good and a lot of people like that genre of game, and I think Gears of War is a good series to do it with. And then they finally announced Gears of War 5 after that, and Gears of War 5 looks incredible. I think there's going to be quite a big time gap of maybe, I don't know, a year or so between Gears 4 and Gears 5 or something, because in the trailer they showed JD looks quite a bit older. He's got a big beard and everything. He looks very different, and so yeah, Marcus looks very different as well. He seems to have shaved his beard. I was a bit disappointed. I'm a big beard fan. I've got one myself, and I like it. I like them. So it disappointed me to see Marcus lose his. But anyway, so that kind of wraps everything up really for the Xbox E3. Overall, I'd say it was a very good conference. Very, very good conference. In fact, I'd say I'd say it's one of the best in the last, one of the best ones, certainly in recent memory. Last year's I thought was awful because they didn't really announce, they didn't announce a Halo game, they didn't announce a Gears game. I thought it was very just average, to be honest. Last year it was all just third-party games. There were some big games like AC Origins and whatever, but wasn't impressed with last year's at all, to be honest. This year was very, very different. Loads of new exclusives on the way. 5 new in-house developers from Microsoft. You know, Fallout, Forza, Kingdom Hearts, and of course Halo. So very happy overall, and we're gonna have to wait probably another few months or so maybe before we get any further news on Halo Infinite. I really can't wait. It's gonna. I really have high hopes for this game because so far it looks like they really have listened to the feedback from the fans, and I really look forward to seeing what they can do with it. I really hope. I really want them. Of course, every time they release a new game, you want it to be the best game that there's ever been in the series. So I really have high hopes for Halo Infinite, and I hope it does well. We're yet to see what kind of game it's going to be, but they have said on Waypoint that it will be a sequel to Halo 5, and so it will be an FPS game after Halo 5. So we're safe in the knowledge that that's the case. So yeah, I look forward to see how Chief gets his old armor back, why he gets it back, and what they do with the other parts of the art style. I really love to see the old Elite designs return, because they were awful in Halo 4 and 5. Like, there's just nothing good about them in Halo 4 and 5. So yeah, I think it will be a bit of a mix of both. I don't know if you guys have played Halo Wars 2 or not, but they got a perfect mix of the best things about both art styles. So I think it's going to be very similar to that in Halo Infinite. So yeah, so my theory for why Chief changes armor is maybe, I don't know, he gets destroyed in battle or something like that. He's fighting I don't know who he's fighting, but just say his armor gets really badly damaged from and he opens up a box or a cryo tube or something like that, and you see his old armor from Halo 2 and 3 revealed, and it's just like the crowd's going mental and all that. It's gonna be really interesting to see. I can't wait for its release. So that's pretty much everything, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I don't make videos like this very often, but I do enjoy making them, so I would like to make more in the future. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and